Providence coming in as a team that you've beaten in the past. How does that affect the way you prepare for them tomorrow?
I think we're going to prepare for them the same way we did the first time. We're kind of the same situation where we were really desperate for a win last time, and we're in the same boat right now. And we know that they're going to want revenge on us for stealing one at home against them, and we're going to have to play the way we've been playing the last couple of games. So it's going to be a good one. I know that for sure.
You look at their team, and a lot of what they do hinges on Dunn and Bentel. Last game they kind of got you in spots, especially Bentel in the second half. What can you guys do to shore things up, especially against Bentel on the inside?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, last game they were really effective in the paint area and not really from beyond the arc. So from what I can tell, we're going to pack the paint and make them be outside scorers. And if they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us from there. And we got to protect our basket.
Lucas Bentel, does he have more expanse to his offense than most players you take on defensively?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he can score from all around the floor. He's a capable three-point shooter. He's effective around the basket as well. He's a big, strong kid. So, he can do a little bit of everything.
And then Creighton coming in later this week. They're a team you haven't played yet. Is it kind of odd taking on a team for the first time this late in the season?
A little bit. I think we were in the same situation last year with them, where we played them twice in 2 weeks. But it is a little strange, but in a way it's a good thing for us. We have a while to prepare for them. We have we can see all their games that they've played. We know what their tendencies are. So I think it'll be a good advantage for us as well.
I talked to a couple guys after the game on Saturday, and for the first time this year they mentioned that this team's really trying to make a final push for that NCAA tournament. That's a really big goal of your guys. How much do you guys talk about the future and what you need to do to get there?
No, every day we are. I mean, we know what we have to do. We have our set goal, and we know what we have to do to get there. And it's just a matter of playing our best basketball at the right time, and that time is right now. And these last couple of games are really important to us. So as long as we can get the job done, we're hoping for the best outcome in March.
Do you guys rally around the fact that right now you're a little bit behind the bubble and you need to kind of have a surge at the end? And do you relish that underdog type role that you have right now?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think anyone's really talking about us at all. And if you look at the standings, the Big East is such a tough conference. I know everyone's been saying that for so long, and records in the Big East are. It's tough to really see how good a team is. I mean, you're playing against top towns every day, every night, and to see some people saying only 4 teams are going to go to the tournament from the Big East, when realistically, I think 6 at least should be able to go. I mean, it just shows how good of a conference we are in right now and how tough it is to win any game.
How has Henry grown as a player over the last 3 months?
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean. Even just from the start of the first game or the start of the season, you can really tell. I mean, he's so much more aggressive. He's so much more physical. He embraces contact. When he goes to the free throw line, it's the best possible thing for us. And so, I mean, it's great to see the growth, and hopefully he can continue to lead that for us. In the next couple of weeks.
What about the freshmen overall? What stood out about how they've developed both on and off the floor?
It's been great. I mean, they've obviously grown tremendously, and they've been put in a tough situation, playing so many minutes in their first year, and it's a great opportunity, and it's exciting to see their progress over the past months.
The coach talked about the process. Versus almost in that game, great start, turnovers toward the end there, maybe just trying a little bit too hard. But do you see the growth game to game, almost possession by possession with this young team? Here you're a veteran who's doing great, but this is your first full year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a tough growing process for every freshman, in that situation, especially when our young guards have the ball in their hands that much. Against experienced, players like at Xavier, one of the toughest environments in the country. Top 5 team. I mean, tie game with 3 minutes left. I mean, that's just immense game pressure. So, the way they handle it is, I give them credit. I'm not in that position. I don't think I could really handle that position as well. So, It's great to see that their confidence is always growing and that they're always learning, and it's going to help us tremendously coming up.
Last time you guys played Providence, Luke said you guys were in a desperate spot. You really needed to win, and now you're right back at that position for the game coming in tomorrow. How do you repeat the success you had last time against Providence?
Well, I thought our first game against Providence was one of our most complete games. I thought our guys competed with tremendous urgency. I thought we did a terrific job on Chris Dunn, and he's not a very easy guy to do a great job on. We were able to, for the most part, keep them out of transition. We held our own on the backboards, and we made some timely shots. And so, but overall, the best thing we did in that game is we competed from tip to buzzer, and we're going to have to do the same thing again against a team that's desperate as well.
Coach, how much have you seen Henry Ellis' game grow? I mean, he had that big game against Butler. It seems like each and every week it seems to be just stepping his game even more and more.
Yeah, I think Henry has gotten continuously better. He's been put in a position as a young guy to bear the weight of a lot of responsibility and be on the top of everyone's scouting report as a freshman, and that's unusual. And I think he's handled that as well as you can possibly expect someone to handle it. And I think he continues to get better, continues to learn what it takes to be successful at the college level, especially in the Big East Conference, which is as good a conference as anyone. And I think he's just had a tremendous freshman year.
What are some of the things you want to see him get better at as the season progresses?
Well, I think he's at his best when he's attacking the basket. I love to see that, when reading the box score after a game and he's got 10 to 14 free throws, where he's getting the ball in the paint, where he's being aggressive from the inside out. I also think he's done a better job recently of defending, protecting our basket, and that certainly helps our team defense.
Obviously, Henry isn't the only guy, only freshman playing a lot of minutes. How's that class overall developed and handled the freshman course of the season?
I think real well. One of my assistants had mentioned to me the other day we're something like 344th out of 351 teams in terms of experience around the country. We're one of the, if not the youngest major college basketball team in the country. And so we're putting our young guys into the fire right away. And I think for the most part they've responded. Obviously Henry gets a lot of attention, and Henry deserves a lot of attention. Hanif Cheatham's had a fantastic freshman year. Tracy Carter has had his moments. I think we've seen Matt Helt get better by the month. I think Shakar's playing his best basketball of late. For us, it's a five-man class, and I think all five of those kids, obviously Henry's hit the ground running, but all of those kids have had a real impact on our team and will have a tremendous impact on our program going forward. It's not easy when you're relying on freshmen in this conference to be the guy or the guys. I mean, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I think Henry and Haney combined for 46 points at Xavier. I mean, come on, man. That's not happening. I mean, it may be happening at Kentucky or Duke every other year, but not in the Big East. The Big East is an older league. The Big East is the Josh Harts, the Chris Dunns of the world. These are not freshman-dominated teams. So for our guys, we are having to learn how to win against men, and that's just the position we're in. And so we're making some progress in areas, and there's areas that we also have to continue to make progress.
Does that kind of thing, Steve, go pay dividends down the line when these kids are getting all this valuable experience? You had to throw them into the fire, as you're saying that.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. I mean, that's the plan. I mean, we knew coming into the year that we were going to be asking a lot of young guys. And even the guys who are in our program have not been guys who've been part of winning teams. And so, it's not easy to win in college basketball. You have to learn how to win. And learning how to win at a high level in a conference that's very difficult, it doesn't happen overnight. There's a process to it. And to be quite frank with you, I'm like everybody else. I would like that process to have ended a couple days ago. or we got it. But that's not the way it works. And no matter how badly we want to speed it up, there's a certain way things have to work, and guys have to learn, and our staff, it's everybody. It's everybody. We have to learn how to win at this level consistently against other really good teams, players and coaches.
Coach, is that part of the evolving rotation and lineup that you've had over these last couple of months?
Yeah, I think obviously our two most consistent guys have been Luke and Henry. I think in the backcourt at times there hasn't been as much consistency, which is, somewhat expected. And so we've tended to go with the guys who are playing well at that given time. An example of that would be JJ. I think with the exception of the first half at Xavier, I think he's put 6 good games together. And as a result, he's been rewarded with starting. It's been different guys at different times over the year. It'd be nice to have a game where we have everybody play together, or not play together, but play well at once, because we haven't had that. And if we did, I think we could be pretty good.
How do you deal with the frustration, excuse me, at times when you want that process to speed up and it's not speeding up?
Well,
As a coach?
it's not. You just have to keep working at it, and you can't. Frustration, if it's not producing something positive, it's not worth it. You can feel a lot of different emotions as a coach, and the ones you need to use are the ones that are going to produce positive results. And if you're wasting your time on things that aren't going to produce a winning or improvement and growth, then you're making a mistake as a coach.
This is the time of year where players start kind of mentioning, the goal of getting to the NCAA tournament, what needs to happen to get there. Luke mentioned that's something that you guys talk about on an almost daily basis. How do you manage the expectation as well as the amount of work required and the effort required to get to that point?
Well, we're not hiding from it. It is what it is. There's certain things that have to happen for you to put yourself in a position to do that. And the very first thing is to take care of the next game. And so you throw all your attention and effort and commitment into trying to beat Providence, which is an NCAA tournament team, which has been a top 20 team all year. And then hopefully if you can get that game, you have to turn around and do the same thing. They're all championship games from here on out for us. And so that's how we're trying to approach it.
Is Henry ahead of where you expected him to be at this point?
I had high expectations for Henry. I think what he's done is terrific. I think he's shown that he's one of the best players in the United States, and I still think he's got room for growth. And so I thought all 3 of those things would happen. I thought he'd have a great year, and he has had one. And I thought he'd still have a lot of room for growth, and he does.
And how do you recruit around that, knowing that he may or may not be here next year or 2 years from now?
Yeah, we're trying to build a program. It's not going to be about one guy. Obviously, ultimately, Henry will have to make whatever decision's best for him and his family at the end of the year. I think we have a lot of good players. I don't think Henry's the only good player we have in our program. And we're bringing good players in. And, that's just the way of the world with college basketball now. So, it's just something that you have to deal with and try to manage. It's not easy, but it's just the way it is.